Good afternoon. Today I'm going to talk about the human energy body so we understand why 90-95% of the health conditions are always in the energy. With my experience working in the cancer clinic, with my experience seeing clients every day, there is always an emotional cause, a toxic energy in our energy body. This is not easy to understand. This is just a picture of artist. Alex Gray has wonderful pictures just to show us that we have an energy body. And I will try to explain in the easiest way, which is not easy. I'm going to read from the autobiography of a yogi from Paramahansa Yogananda, that are the spiritual teachings that I learned and I follow since I was 18. I couldn't find anything better, safer and deeper. I'm going to read what Paramahansa Yogananda, which is a God-realized master, spiritual master from India, about the astral body. And he says that man's subtle body of light, or prana, we call it energy. At that time in 1920s, 1940s, he called it, Paramahansa Yogananda called it life trance. We call it energy today. The second of these three sheets that successively encase our soul are the causal body, which is the causal body or world is a world beyond the physical world, beyond the astral world, which is the energy world, is a world of just ideas, conceptions. The second of the three of these light bodies is the astral body. So the causal world, what does it mean? What it means is the energy, everything that we are doing, we are moving, we are seeing, is because we have an energy body that is occupying exactly the same space of the physical body. This is like this. Pretend that you are this teddy bear. The causal body is a physical body. Let me finish reading that. Elements: intelligence, ego, feeling, mind, sense, consciousness. 5 instruments of knowledge: the sensory powers within the physical organs, the sight, excretion, speech, locomotion, and the exercise of manual skills. And 5 instruments of the life force that perform the functions of circulation, metabolization, assimilation, crystallizations, and elimination. I know it's a lot of information. This is why Alex Gray did these drawings, very elaborated, but it's not even representative of the real astral and causal body. Now, I'm going to leave this drawing for only one reason. In the same way that I have a hand, if right now my hand is cut and I don't have my hand anymore, problems in the liver is because our energy body or astral body has been damaged with toxic emotions, toxic thoughts, and so on. When a woman has breast cancer, it's because the breast organ, the astral organ, has been damaged with anger, with whatever, toxic romantic relationships, providing, always giving instead of doing self-care. Everything happens in the astral body first, which is the blueprint of this physical body. One day a man came very fit, but he didn't have a leg, the left leg from the knee down. And he told me, when you put your hands there, I can feel the energy of your hands in my energy leg. A friend of mine went to do a Reiki treatment to another friend, both women, she had a double mastectomy. That means they removed the two breasts. And the woman told her, when you were putting the hands there, I felt my breast, even though they were just cut. This is what is called in science, in medicine, the phantom body. If you go to the internet and you Google the Kirlian camera, if we have, let's see, a leaf, this is a leaf of a tree, and we cut it like that, and we take a picture, we are going to see the energy of the leaf right there where we cut it, because the energy is still there. So, if this is our physical body, the astral body is inside and a little bit outside too. Let me show you this picture. In this picture is showing just a cut, a frontal cut of what it would be the energy bodies of a person, the physical or etheric body, the emotional, the mental, the intuitive, spiritual, astral body. I just mentioned that if, for example, a woman has a concern on the breast, anything, there is always a blueprint on the energy body of that organ that is producing that problem. It's always like that. And when I talk to my clients and ask them to think, they start putting the things together. Where the cause of this, where is it coming from? So going back, if this is our physical body, our astral body is like a cloud of energy that is occupying the same space of our physical body. So we have an astral heart, which is a heart with the same shape of the physical heart, but it's all made out of energy and is in the same space. We have a physical bones, we have astral bones, we have all this body that we have in pure energy. Now, when we have chronic toxic emotions, these toxic energies start corroding our etheric body, or our astral body. All this this is just a representation. If you can see the energy, you won't see something like that. But this is just for us humans to have an idea. So the toxic energies affect our energy body. And when, let's say, I used to get upset when I was a child, when I was a teenager, because my father was a person who got upset. And when I was 20-something, I got hepatitis because I was eating too many fatty things. I wanted to gain weight. I could never gain weight in my life. But the tendency to get angry was affecting my liver. It was a very mild hepatitis. It was healed with homeopathic remedies in 2 days. But this is to give you an example. What we just discovered with a friend of mine, Reiki healer, all women who have had the gallbladder taken is because of the anger and frustration in the romantic relationship. Then comes the excessive blood in the menstruation, which is because of this toxic romantic relationship. They are living, or whether it's a husband, a boyfriend, and a lover that is making their life miserable, especially romantically. Let's say they are with other women and they don't pay attention to you. So the doctors take the uterus. So stops the bleeding. But the problem is still there because the toxic energies that are around the uterus are there. And then comes the ovarian cyst because of the same toxic emotions affecting the energy. The toxic emotions affects the ovarian astral body, the body that is made out of energy that occupies the same space of the ovaries. And now, because of that, what I want to tell you is this: every time you have a problem, the heart hurts, put your hands and visualize a white light cleaning all possible toxic energies. If you have excessive menstruation, put your hands over the uterus and visualize and do it every day, several times a day, at least 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a day, sending white light. And I promise you, the condition of excessive, the endometriosis will go away. Because the endometriosis is just an irregular growth of mucus around the endometrio, around the uterus, and the excessive blood is trying to get rid of this excessive mucus. It's just that. But if you put your hands there and send white light energy in front of your ovaries, in front of your uterus, you will see that on time everything will disappear. However, you will also need to take care of the root cause, which is the toxic emotional situations. I hope that that brings some light. And this is the reason everybody gets sick. Absolutely everybody. I don't know any person that came with something. For example, this woman came and she said that she had a terrible anxiety, insomnia, she couldn't sleep. She came for the first session, she came for the second. And during the second, before the second session, I was talking to her, and she said, well, I watch the news a lot, like in the morning, 1 hour. And today at work, I was watching the news in the phone somewhere. Did you see this murder and things like that? And I asked her, do you always watch this kind of news, the murder? Yes, I like them. And I watch them before going to sleep. How on earth you pretend that that woman can sleep well and not having an anxiety? So I told her, my dear, after the second session, you need to stop watching the news. This is the source of all your problems. Guess what? She didn't come back. She preferred to continue suffering of insomnia and anxiety because she was addicted to the news and everything else. Now, do not punish yourself, because we are not taught this. We don't come to the world with a book that says how to live a happy and healthy life. By the way, read this book and your life will improve. The information that is in this book, wrote in the 1930-something, is just out of this world. I highly recommend it to you. Buy the audiobook. Again, if this is our physical body, or astral body is inside. Every organ has the astral or energy counterpart. We have an energy gallbladder, we have an energy stomach, we have an energy intestine, liver, kidneys, absolutely everything. Doctors, holistic doctors have discovered in Germany a long time ago the correlation between emotions and the organs without even talking about energy. They know that anger affects the liver and the gallbladder, and they know all this correlation. I read it many years before I started studying energy healing. All right, we are going to do the healing session right now. We start right now. The instructions are very simple. Lay down on bed, and if you are for example, in the waiting room of the hospital, just close your eyes and you will receive the healing session. And this goes for you know who. All right, you lay down and make the intention. We are already connected, but for those who may watch the video later, make the intention to connect with me. I am receiving an energy healing session from Carlos. We are already connected. Then make an intention. I want this symptom to be removed. I want this thing here in my chest, in my heart, and whatever to be removed. And then the most important part, I want the root cause of this symptom to be removed. And then just feel your body. Okay, let's begin. You don't have to wait until I start playing my harmonium. We start right now. remote. And then the most important part, As I always tell you, if you are feeling the relaxation, you don't even need to move to listen the rest of this conversation. I just want to mention that this person that I know for a couple of years, she comes on YouTube, and she mentioned, all right, she mentioned this, that her father, my dad lost his leg, and he always said he could still feel his leg that was not longer there. I am communicating with somebody who is in the hospital. I may need to go at any time. So there is the comment of Goddess, this lady that is always in YouTube. This is because we have this counterpart blueprint of every single organ of our physical body in an energy form or astral organ. There are some people that I'm sorry. Super snazzy. Well, you have to come more often to this session. This is a person in YouTube that makes a really interesting question. So the picture is the picture in the back is Paramahansa Yogananda. So super snazzy. The picture in the back is a God-realized master of India, the yogi called Paramahansa Yogananda. Google it, there are tons of information, and buy this book and read it. All right. Hola María. So summarizing, we have an energy body, and I'm going to tell this for the third time. If this is our body, our energy body is inside and outside, somewhere around outside, with the same shape, this almost the same volume. If we have a physical eye, we have the counterpart, the blueprint, which is an energy eye, an energy nose, and so on. In the astral body, we also have the senses, but the senses are different because they don't smell, see things, hear. Sometimes they see things. But everything that we have in the physical body, we have in the astral body. And when I was meditating there, I have this analogy. We have this physical body, the astral body, and the causal body, occupying all the same space. Paramahansa Yogananda says it's like a basket, one basket inside of another. So if we have these three bodies, what happens if our physical body dies all of a sudden? The other two are still alive. They never die because they are made out of energy. So when the physical body dies, the astral body have the same awareness because the mind or thinking stuff is part of our energy. And then, if we have this knowledge, when we leave this body, we are not going to be in pain, because we know that we will be in this astral body or energy body. And in the same way, if I get a knife and I poke through my arm and I made a hole in my physical arm, when we have anger, we are making a hole in our gallbladder or liver. If we have fear, constant fear of money or whatever, fear in a relationship or whatever, it will affect our kidneys. And so on. There is always an emotional, toxic emotion connected to a body, an organ in our body. Many times when people cannot see, means there is something in their life and they don't want to see what is it causing them so much pain and suffering. They have problems with the eyes. The eyes are damaged. Of course, the eyes damage over the time when we get older. But there are people who have serious problems, and we analyze their life, and they don't want to see that they have a mentor who is running their life and taking their money and making them do things, have a codependency. They don't see that they are in a relationship that are making them miserable. And many times in our cultures, we take for granted, we believe that to be in a painful emotional relationship is fine, and it shouldn't be like that. A friend of mine sent me a picture the other day that says, when I die, I will go with my wedding ring, so my beloved God will know that I was in hell. It's not that bad. But we know that that person went through hell. Well, in our times, we don't have to take that. We don't have to take that our boss at work is harassing us sexually, is harassing us verbally or whatever. We don't have to take that. The other day, I have a client, they came with a 15-year-old girl, and they say, one of the reasons we came because we just knew a few days ago that this girl was molested by somebody higher in the lineage of the family. Let's put it that way. And I told them, you have to go to the police and report that person right now. There were several days and they didn't do anything. And the woman told me that she's not in a great relationship with the husband. I said, you have to go with your husband. It's your daughter. You cannot let this man get away with this stupidity. And I don't know details. I don't want to know. But if somebody is molested, sexually abused, somebody's being physical abuse, hit or whatever, somebody has to do something. You cannot let the thing just overlook that situation and move on, because that situation will affect the energy body of that person, and sooner or later it will affect the body, the physical body. All right, I don't think I will have any question. And if I don't have any question, I will end up this because I need to go to see somebody who needs help. Do me a favor, as much as you can, share with friends. The only thing you have to do is to type in the comments the name of your friend. When the name appears, you click in there, or just press enter. When the name appears, you press enter and the name in blue will appear, and automatically this video will be in their wall. Not just people who may need it because you want to help them. It's just for general information. We all need to know this stuff. I will show you again this other picture. Not this one. Let's do this one. This picture, I took it from my Reiki manual. This is what I teach my students. It's very interesting that I have to take the screenshot, and at the top says our physical body can feel our energy body. And this is very interesting to know, because when we have a broken heart, that is in the energy, but in the middle of the chest we feel that pain, we feel that emptiness. And when we are going through emotional situations and we feel weak. For example, the other day, something very interesting, I was checking something that if I should do this or not, and several people. Here, María, tengo un tiempo con un cansancio espantoso por la falta... Oh my goodness. María, ¿te han sacado los ovarios? ¿O simplemente problemas en las hormonas? Anyway, I was doing a test. In that test, I had to say the name of 4 people. Should I do this with this person? And when I get to this person, I went weak. I felt weakness in my body, and boom, my pendulum fell down. I said, oh my goodness. I shouldn't even be thinking about this person. When we do something that is against our beliefs, our body gets weakened and eventually get sick. All right. But Maria, keep participating in these healing sessions. That will help you. I will go, my friends. Well, it's 1 minute before 7:45. I love you all. Please share with your friends. It's the only way that I have to share this with other people. And I will see you next Thursday in Spanish.